Alright, this is going to be a pretty short video. So the man, the legend himself, Rhymestyle, put out a video a few hours ago talking about, hey, what if Dragon Ball Legends did this? And aside from a little bit of pandering by, overhyping the updates a little bit, giving them a bit more praise than they deserve, there is one thing he talks about in it that I wanted to mention, and I actually really agree with, and that's changes to PvP. He talked about a tier system in PvP, kind of having like actual ranks, similar to how they do in Dokkan World Tournament, or say like something like Dragon Ball FighterZ, where they have these actual ranks. And if you get to that rank, you would get a certain reward instead of this top 10k. I actually really like that idea, and it's something I've thought about in the past, but never really knew how it would be implemented. Because if you have an actual ranking system that was reset every season, it would be kind of weird. But at the same time, it would work. And if you get to a certain threshold, the requirement wouldn't be a amount of RP, it would be winning a certain amount of matches. So you win 10 matches, you go up 1. You win another 10, you go up 1. Maybe after that, you win 20 matches, then 20, then 30, then 30, what have you. Knowing Legends, they'd make it so that in order to go up one tier, you'd need to win like 150 matches. But in its concept, it's good. And as I've said, the motto for Dragon Ball Legends is excellent concept, horrible execution. So the concept is good. I'm just afraid of how Dragon Ball Legends would implement such a thing, which is why I've never talked about it. But seeing as how he already has, I might as well get my idea out there and talk about what I would do personally. I would do that same thing. I would remove RP entirely. And I would have the tier system where there are different tiers, there are different ranks that you can be in, and you win a certain amount of matches and you get into that tier, and each tier nets you 1,000 crystals. So let's say your first tier, you have to win 30 matches. Okay? Simple. After that, though, you win 15 more matches, you go into the next tier. The first tier is going to be the hardest one to get into. That's how it's going to be. The first tier is going to be the hardest one to get into. Or not the hardest, but it's going to take the most amount of matches. And then after that, it'll take less matches, but because you're fighting people, more skilled in each tier, it would get harder. And it would completely eliminate the problem of getting matched up with people who have, 100,000 more RP than you. I actually have a whole video coming out tomorrow talking about, how the matchmaking system is horrendous, and a tier system would actually just fix the matchmaking. It would fix the whole thing where, someone with only 4,000 RP is running into someone with 20,000 RP. That wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have people in the, let's say tier 2 is like, the Saiyan rank. You wouldn't have people in the Saiyan rank fighting people in the God of Destruction rank. It just wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have people in the Earthling rank. I'm just going by Dragon Ball FighterZ ranks at this point. You wouldn't be having people in the Earthling rank fighting people in, the Super Saiyan God rank. It wouldn't happen. It would completely eliminate that issue, and that's what I like the most about his idea. It's not even, the rewards being easier to get. It's the fact that the matchmaking would improve immensely with the tier system. And on top of that, it would be easier to get rewards, and it would feel like you're actually earning those rewards instead of just, playing and playing and playing and hoping you get something at the end of the season. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. It's a damn good idea. I agree with him. It's pretty much the only thing he said in this video that I completely agree with. Well, that and his equipment. He briefly touched on equipment re-rolling. I could make a whole video about that. I do think it's a topic worth going into, but yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum in the next video. Go ahead and check out this video by Rhyme. It's actually pretty good. Peace.